Hey party people, it's me JiBron here, back again with another video. If this is your first time tuning in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get started. Alright y'all, so I said I was going to be releasing once a week. It is currently 11:30 at night and I did not release Monday, so guess what? We are trying to make sure that this video comes out for you bright and early Friday morning so you can start your day off right. Alright, so last week we was talking about crazy eyebrow lady. Okay, this week we are moving on because I think Onaja is missing. Praise up to her, but I don't care no more. But I hope she alright. This week we are going to be talking about the reason why I'm even doing this little ghetto show called JiBron Unhinged. Alright, we are here to talk about Wendy Wilson's conservatorship and how that evil white woman Sabrina Morrissey needs to be thrown underneath the jail and never let out ever again. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so if you don't know what is currently going on, Wendy Williams has currently been under a conservatorship since 2022. Now you may be wondering what's a conservatorship because you probably heard what it was when Britney Spears did hers. Pretty much a conservatorship is where it's legal. You have legal control over an adult. Pretty much it's like you're a child again. You don't get to make financial decisions. You don't get to pretty much do anything. Oh, y'all, I got lotion on my hand. Wait a minute, y'all. I didn't want to be a little ashy. You know, I can't be a little ashy around this piece, okay? Alright. So, that's pretty much what the conservatorship is. Now, the reason why her conservatorship started was because they saw some very fraudulent activity going on with her account that was due to her son. And one thing that pretty much set off the alarm for her to get this conservatorship was her son decided to get a $100,000 yacht for his birthday. And they were concerned about the charges, among other things. Wendy went on to say that her son was a good person, but it was him and some other people because he had a woman with him going up to the bank to get money out for her. Now currently she is trapped in this luxury assisted living place where she pays over $52,000 a month in rent. Yes, you heard that right. $52,000 a month in rent. Who does that? And she's currently locked in a studio apartment. Y'all, so I'm editing right now. I forgot to mention this. The reason why she's been locked in the memory unit in her assisted living facility is because she actually got drunk one day at lunch. Well, it's not even a studio apartment. It's pretty much the size of the current room, my dining room, and probably my butler's pantry put together, and she's locked on the 3rd floor. Now, the reason why most people even think that she even got placed on this conservatorship besides her son stealing money from her is because she was known to be an alcoholic. Now, the reason for her alcoholism, well, she had a rough life going on. Her husband was cheating on her with this side piece for all them years, sitting around driving her cars, and I guess hoes really do be winning her. What am I doing wrong? Anyway, we gonna praise the Lord. Her mother passed away. She's had ongoing health issues. A lot has just been going on. It's just crazy. She says that since she's been in this facility, she's only been outside twice in 30 days. How can you deprive somebody of freaking fresh air? This makes no sense to me. I'm trying to get all the facts out before I give my commentary. She recently signed paperwork to end her guardianship because she wants out of it, and so she's gonna undergo a mental health evaluation to prove that she doesn't have frontal temporal aphasia. Okay. Do you not see what greed does to people? All because you want to sit around and get $100,000 yacht for your little raggedy birthday. Your mama is clearly an addict. We all saw the interviews. We all saw what was going on. She literally went on TMZ and said, I want to, on live national television. And you decide to take it, well, this was afterwards. But she clearly had a problem. I mean, when it comes to money, power, and control, people really get crazy out here in these streets. I know from personal experience, when people see a situation where they can take advantage of you, they will. Even your own kids, your own nappy-headed kids that you sat around and carried in your womb for 9 months, birthed that nappy-headed little boy out in the world, he's going to sit around and steal from his mama. Now, Kevin has not made any comments about this situation. She said he's a good person. He just made a horrible decision. I would never steal from my parents under any circumstance, shape, or form because I'm not built like that. I don't know how you can properly steal from someone who makes sure you're okay, make sure you have food in your body, and make sure you have breakfast on the table, and was paying your $10,000 rent. I wish I could get an apartment and go off to college. But no, I'm stuck. Against my will. I just don't get. It's a special place in hell for everybody involved. Because let me tell you something. You can never win when you play dirty. Who sits around and takes from a woman who can't? Now here's the thing. I have been around somebody with alcoholism before. Now the person that I was around with alcoholism was a sleepy drunk. And the money wasn't that long. So, I mean, it was a little bit different. I mean, we didn't have Bentleys and Furs and Cadillacs and all that nice stuff. We had a basic 2-bedroom apartment, and we lived a pretty normal, regular, schmegular life. Now, what I do recall about the particular person that I lived with was there's a reason why people do things. Like, I don't think people realize, like, nobody ever just intentionally harms themselves or harms you. It's always a deeper reason to why people do what they do, if that makes sense. Nobody just wakes up one day and say, you know what, I want to be a butthole to society. So I'm going to just go out and rob people and take from my mama. Something clearly happens. Now, to get to the 1, 2, 3 steps, that's the tricky part that nobody wants to talk about. Because you clearly see this woman needs help. But nobody wants to help her. You have to lock her in a room and she has to beg for human attention. That loneliness ain't nothing to play with. Because let me tell you something. I am the most emotional, touchy-feely person on God's green earth. I love affection. I love attention. I love being around people. I enjoy company of people. I enjoy my friends. And to sit around and lock somebody up because they are simply suffering from an addiction that they can't control because of the cards that were dealt to them in life. Some would say are self-inflicted, others would not say. It's just a shame that our court system could allow such buffoonery in America. It makes no sense to me how you can sit around and just let a woman pretty much lock her up and throw away the key because she's quote unquote permanently incapacitated. I just don't get why control is such a big thing with people. It just makes no sense to me. Why can't everybody get up and go to work like we all do in America? You see what I'm saying? The entire situation is really, really sad. It's just to the point to where it's like she needs to be free. She needs to get out of this guardianship. Because if she doesn't get out of this guardianship, it's just like, it's this never-ending saga. You know what I mean? She currently did get to go to her father's birthday in Miami, which she was really, really begging for. So that's a good thing. But the fact that you have to ask permission to leave, I could not imagine having to ask permission to leave my house. To go spend my own money that I worked my tail off for. And everybody else gets the benefit from it. That has to be the most weirdest feeling ever. Especially when you had power for so long. It's like you feel like a child again. I've been in situations where I've been controlled and dictated and told what to do and what not to do. And I would tell you it's the most nerve-wracking feeling on the planet because you feel helpless and you feel like nobody cares about you. And you just feel like you're suffering and you want to cry for help. And then you cry for help and nothing happens. Then what? It's like, what do you do in a situation like this? It's absolutely asinine. I just don't get how we can allow it. I understand that they tried to protect her, but at the same time, when people try to protect you from stuff, they sometimes end up hurting you. And that's just crazy to me, how this can even happen to somebody so powerful. Imagine what's going on with other people who are not as well known. I do believe that conservatorships are in place for a reason. Now, there are instances where people do need to have conservatorships. Because sometimes people are actually taking advantage of innocent people. This situation, another family member could have handled it. No child that young should ever have access to their parents' bank accounts. They just don't know how to handle it unless they're mature enough. It's just sad, man. To watch somebody you literally have grown up with turn out like this, it's really a sad, sad thing. And it's like, what do you do? I don't know, y'all. It's just, Free Wendy, man. It's just, I wanted to make an upbeat video for y'all, but topics like this, it just angers me that a person can just be, because I'm coming from experience. I wasn't into conservatorship, obviously. But when you're in like a place where you have no voice and you can't be around people and you pretty much have to beg for attention, it's not a good feeling, y'all. It's just... My toys, what do you think? She's here, by the way. Say hello to the people.
Hello, people. I go back for Wendy. That was my girl growing up, and I loved her stuff. And she got to have dinner with her, son and stuff a few days ago, and I was happy for her.
It's just sad. Like, you get locked up in a room, and the people can't even call you. Like, what is going on?
Especially when she had to do that interview
in the window. That's what I watched, y'all. And when I tell you that was the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen. It's just crazy. I understand why conservatorships are made, but at the same token, we gotta stop. And Sabrina Morrissey, red-faced looking self, over there collecting all this money, claiming she ain't making no money, and then you want to sue A&E because you don't like the way you look. Now, I love how people will do stuff in the dark all the time, and as soon as you get called out for your tomfoolery, you over there looking like a rat-faced, weasel-nosed baboon. But you want to sit around and take from that woman and she ain't do nothing to you. You ought to be ashamed. Y'all, the main thing that I'm confused about is why you just, like, what you trying to take from this lady for? What she did to you? What she did to you, Alvin? I don't know. This is crazy. But anyway, y'all, that's all the time I got for y'all today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully next week's video is more lighter. I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in, and see you in the future videos. Bye.